Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Marketing Corner.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Today is episode 128?
Seven.
Oh shit. 127, sorry about that. And we are going to talk about AI again. Boom, 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 boom.
Because who isn't talking about AI?
Yay, AI, more AI talks. But the reason we want to talk about AI is because Jen is giving a present, or actually was supposed...
I'm giving a
You're
talk
giving one,
next
right?
week. So this will actually come out while I'm on stage, I think.
Ah, that's pretty cool. Like ahead of the curve, as we say, right?
Spoilers.
And what are you talking about, Jen?
So I'm going to be talking about using AI in B2B go-to-market strategies.
Ooh,
And
that sounds fancy.
I
That's
was
just up
asked-
my fluff meter.
It's a bit fluffed. Well, I was asked to find strategies that work.
Okay.
And here's the hot take. There aren't a lot of them.
No, that's why we're here.
That's why we're here. So I thought we could talk a little bit. Of course, AI is doing good. We don't have to spend a ton of time on it because we know that the AI has been doing a lot of really good stuff, but I also found out some not so great stuff
Yeah.
through my research. And then maybe I'd love to do some 5 things that you should be doing
Yeah.
in order to be better with AI.
Yes, and I think that's important because now and today you have to remember AI is so big. AI seems to be ingrained in everything. Today we're just talking B2B go-to-market. Like
Correct.
that's the perspective when
Marketing,
you're listening to this.
sales, CS, RevOps. We're keeping it in there.
Keeping it tight.
B2B.
Yes, go-to-market. That's what
Yes.
we talk about.
Yes.
All right. Like, let's start. I think you shared, just before we jumped on, you shared a kind of like a really cool statistic on like how many AI tools were created per day.
Yes.
I thought that was really interesting. Maybe that's a good way to kick us off.
Let's kick us off. So I like to say that AI right now is like drinking from a fire hose.
Yeah.
There's so much information, there's so much noise. And when I was looking into like how many tools are there out there?
Yeah.
2024 alone, according to Futurepedia, 5,000 tools came out. 5,000 AI tools in 2024.
Jesus.
In 2025, we are averaging 13 tools a day.
That's insane.
13. Now, this is not specific AI tools for GTM B2B.
No, it's AI in general.
AI in general.
Yeah,
And there
fair
are
enough.
over 1.5 million patents for AI tools that came out in 2024. 1.5 million
Holy.
patents.
You need an AI to analyze those.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a patent for that. So to put it into, in case saying 13 a day isn't enough, if you were to work 52 weeks a year, 5 days a week, 9 to 5, no
Yeah.
vacation, no Christmas, no nothing,
Trying tools.
trying tools, just testing out tools to find out what works, it will take you 4.5 years.
To try
Over
all those.
4.5 years to try all the tools that came out as of like today, September.
I have so many thoughts on this and I want to share them with all of you. So one of the things is, for me, this highlights a really important thing. And we always talk about marketing, but we also talk always about positioning. Because for me, this just brings up the biggest point of all that I always try to say. Hey, you gotta stand out, man. Like if there's 13 tools released in a day, you gotta find a way to stand out.
Yep.
So
There's-
that's the
There's
one thing, right?
There's an interesting take from the tools perspective,
Yeah.
and then there's an interesting take from the customer's perspective, right?
Yes, exactly.
And the main takeaway for the customers is, what the hell do you want the AI to do,
Exactly.
right?
Like, what the hell do you want?
And this is, so there's this concept, and I quite like this concept. There's plus AI, or there's AI plus. So plus AI is you are just slapping AI on stuff you're already doing.
Yes.
And that's what most people are doing right now. You're
Yep.
adding ChatGPT.
They're adding AI
you're
on
adding
top of things.
And that's fine for now, but you need to start evolving your mindset to be AI plus.
Yeah.
As in, using AI, I'm going to reconfigure this workflow. I'm going
Yeah.
to change how I do things, not adding AI to do the things I'm already doing faster, but actually trying to incorporate AI and agentic AI into a space where you're innovating and you're changing how you actually do stuff. That's the future
I'm
of
buying
AI.
that 100%.
Yeah. So that's what I'm giving a talk on, is like, how do we get to that stage?
Yes.
Yeah. But how many tools do you think you use on an average a day?
Oh,
AI enabled tools as an agency owner?
AI enabled. So, would you call Slack AI enabled?
No.
No. Okay. So
Like your ChatGPTs, your notebook, your
four or five, not even that many, maybe 3, 4, 5 max that are fully AI driven. Like, I don't know how to say it right, but that I use because they're AI driven. Let's call it that.
Okay.
Because I use stuff like Notion, I use Slack, I
Yeah.
use a lot of that stuff, but I'm not putting those in that
Yeah.
category.
Yeah, ones that use like language models and
Yeah. Okay, but then 3, 4, 5 a day, I would say, something like that.
That's a pretty good amount. And
Okay.
that's not too bad. But I also found a few more statistics that I'd love to throw your way, because
Go for it.
girl loves a statistic.
Yeah, throw 'em.
Did you know that according to an MIT study, 95% of GenAI pilots deliver zero revenue impact.
I'm so curious on how do you measure that, but that's just my internal statistic.
But so when you use your tools, can you see them making you money?
No, not like I can feel it.
You hope.
I said it.
But if you had to do an ROI assessment on a tool, I guess if you paid people hourly, maybe you could.
We're probably the closest thing to being able to prove it, probably as an agency, right? Like because we don't have that much of a billable hour model specifically, but normally an agency would, right? Like so that's probably I saved half an hour. That's equal this amount of money typically.
But you don't pass that on to the clients, do you?
No, fuck no.
I just thought that was really interesting because a lot of the AI tools that I'm being asked to kind of check out, like portfolio companies are saying, do you know about a tool that can do this? It's sort of, we're not doing it based on, there's no ROI measurement. No one's like, I'm going to get this tool and it's going to 10x my revenue. It's going to increase my conversion rates. It's going to make me more efficient so that I can do more crap. But is it helping us decide what I should be focusing on? And there's apparently, according to MIT, and they're a lot smarter than me, they say only 5% of the AI tool pilots that have been taking place have returned some kind of revenue impact.
Okay. I don't understand that fully, right? Is that because why do you think that is though, right?
Because I think it goes down to use case, and people aren't, and I'll get to what I think people should be doing. But it's also this kind of plus AI mentality of like, here's what I've always done. I'm going to put AI on it to do it faster.
Yeah.
But there's an innovation layer of I'm going to do things totally differently with money making in mind. So there's money saving, and then there's money making.
But don't you also think that's tied to the fastest way to results/success? Because for me, the innovation part is harder. Like typically, you have to not only have to innovate, but you have to sometimes redefine a category. Let me use a good example. So, without secret, we have where I used to work, Templify as a client. I also have OmniDocs, same building, and they work a lot with AI in their documents and how that works. And one of the things is that yes, the way we use documents today is AI is going to go in and there's the template, but the template is static, right? So like when you say here's the document, it says your name. The AI is not going to change your name, but there's other elements to a document that will be changed. They can be moldable by AI. That's the part. But what they were actually saying when I did some thought leader interview stuff. But my point is just what some of them were saying that is then 3 to 4 or 5 years down the line we might not be talking about documents anymore. Because like the whole idea of having documents, like yes, you will have documents, but it won't be about documents. It will be about the content, and the content will shape. However, if it's a Word document, if it's a PowerPoint, if it's an Excel or whatever. And today you kind of decide that. In the future, the AI will decide what's the best format for whatever it is you're trying to do. I don't know if that makes sense. But what I'm just trying to say is that that's the easiest way is to start here and then eventually move into the whole new category defining documents. That's what I'm trying to say. And so my question to you is more like, do you think that innovation is a late bloomer? Like it doesn't happen later, or is it because people are lazy?
I think it's a combination of two. I think people are not thinking outside the box of what they're currently doing because you can redefine documents and things like that. How are you making money? Because I can use Google Suite and I don't need, I don't need to pay for something. So how are you going to innovate? So I think, but I also think and that's what I think these statistics show us is that the tech isn't there yet either. A lot of this hype around agentic AI, how they're going to be autonomous and they're going to do these tasks for you. I have some more stats that I've been preparing for my presentation, but we've seen that there is not a B2B scale up that has proven ROI from agentic AI. So you hear about we've replaced our SDRs.
Everyone says that,
but they don't. It's fake. Okay, well I'll give you some more stats because
I'm really interested now.
Yeah, 2022 Klarna laid off 700 people.
Yes,
right.
That's a huge thing.
Huge thing. CS and marketing. It's going to be AI first. 2025. Customer satisfaction plummets because people don't want to talk to a robot, and they've rehired everyone, and they've hired more people than they let go. So they've had to rehire those people. In 2024, Duolingo laid off 10%. That was a big deal as well, saying they're AI first. In 2025, a year later, they've walked back their AI first and they're embracing hybrid model. So more and more people are saying, even though there's that buzz of, we're replacing our SDRs or we're replacing customer support, or we're replacing marketing, what they're finding without human oversight you cannot replace entire teams. So maybe the skills have to change, and the ability to oversee these tools is like an upskill requirement. But what I could find through the research I've done, maybe there's some niche cases out there where this has worked, but AI is not replacing humans. It's just making humans more efficient, but you still need a human element to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it because they maybe went just too overboard? Like, if they fired 700, maybe they should have let go of 300.
Well, this brings me to my point. The thing that you need, like, let me ask you, and this is a question I'm going to ask on stage. So this is great practice.
Yeah.
Would you rather 10x your processes now,
Mm-hmm,
or would you like to find out what good is, what good looks like, and 10x what good looks like?
I feel that's a trick question. I don't think there's a right answer here.
Well, so for example, if you don't have good data,
yes,
AI is only as good as the data it has.
If
So
you 10x zero, then it's still zero.
Yeah. So shit in, shit out.
Yeah.
So in these cases, maybe they thought we can do this, but their data was terrible. So now you have an automatic SDR sending emails to the wrong segments about
Blasting
different pain
10x,
points.
but
We 10x'd crap. We
Yeah.
10x chaos because their data wasn't in order. They didn't know the use case. They didn't know what they're hiring this AI to do. It's just like, it's shiny object syndrome. We need to do AI. Do AI.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
I do think we have pretty good processes. So 10xing our processes would actually work quite well. But I also do agree that there's definitely processes where we're actually in the process. We're in the process of redefining our processes because of AI.
Yeah. And that's good. That's the AI plus mentality of like, how can we incorporate it rather than slap AI on top?
Yeah.
But one of the things I noticed with our portfolio companies is they all want to adopt AI. We have an AI department that's supposed to be helping people, but so much of what we end up doing is helping them get their data in order.
Yeah.
Because without that data layer, that has to be in order. You need the data. You need to kind of analyze it, categorize it. So imagine if you don't have the right sources in your CRM, you don't have the good segmentation, you don't have the right ICP, and then you automate SDRs to shoot out outreach emails. Well, those emails are going to go to the wrong people with the wrong pain points or the wrong messaging. So you really need to get that in order before you're going to see any good results on AI.
I 100% buy that.
Yes.
Yeah,
so that's one of the main takeaways. And that's when we talk about this AI plus mentality, it's thinking about how the AI works and then building those layers in the right order to make sure that the AI is going to do what the AI needs to do.
I think there's a lot of, nothing against companies who do this, but there's a lot of companies who been focused so much on pulling out data from CRM systems and like, hey, I can tell you how exactly what the close won rate is, and like I can tell you what sources you get the most from, all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, it sounds great, but the problem is like most CRMs I look into, they're shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so great, you can pull out shit.
Great, you can pull out shit, but like it's still John still hasn't filled in his information.
Yeah.
So unless you can get John to somehow do that, or get an AI to help John do that, which is probably step one, then it's not going to help you.
Yeah,
like it's actually not going to solve anything. Exactly,
and that comes into and I posted on LinkedIn a couple of weeks ago. The boyfriend distracted boyfriend meme, because it's like shiny tool that no one asked for, right? Is the hot girl, and the boyfriend is sort of management, and then the annoyed girlfriend is like stakeholder alignment or team alignment, stakeholder management, getting a good strategy up and running, like all this stuff that you should be doing. It's really easy to be like, oh, we'll just get an AI tool. You still have to do these things. You can use AI to figure out better alignment. You can use AI to figure out your strategy, but you need these things in place because you can't just throw AI on top of it and expect all your problems to go away.
I think the most like egregious example for me is the whole what's going on with outreach. Like in go-to-market, right?
Yeah.
Outbound outreach.
We were just talking about this off air, weren't we?
Yeah, I think that's for me, that's probably the worst example in my world, where everybody is set up for it and everybody wants to do it, and very few actually make it really work. Like, and of course, then there are the few that make it work that I have met and have talked to, and maybe they're lying to my face. I don't know, but. I think I want to quote, so Dave, that we all know, Dave Schneider, shout out to Dave.
Shout out, Dave.
He said it really well the last time I met him, when he said like, so everyone wants to do AI outreach, nobody wants to receive it.
Absolutely.
And I was just thinking like, Yeah, that's actually extremely
100%,
true. Like, we
100%
all want to
true.
do it, but at the same time, I'm like, I really hate every time I get an AI outreach, and I get so much these days.
I'm very sassy, and I do apologize to the hardworking BDRs out there.
Go for it.
But the lazy ones, you're ruining it for everyone else because I
But
get
it's the same with marketeers, right?
yeah, marketers too. But
Yeah.
this particular example,
Yeah.
because I think I get maybe 3 a day
Yeah.
emails congratulating me on Digital Leader of 2023.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great, that was 2 years ago, gonna soon be 3 years ago, but thanks. And the other thing that I get, like I work in private equity now, but I keep getting these people wanting to demo their AI tool to show me how I can generate more leads.
Yeah.
I don't generate leads.
It doesn't
You know,
matter. Like,
and so their data is shit because they see, oh, she's I'm senior advisor of GTM, so she's GTM. This must be.
I didn't
her.
know, like, there was like after I started my agency, there's apparently a whole world of people who help other agencies get clients.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like a massive thing. So I
Yeah.
get like 2, 3, 4, 5 a day that just tell me I can book you 5 meetings in a week. Where
Yeah,
the
yeah. Pay
people
per meeting. Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you can't, because
No.
like you could, like you wouldn't be a one man shop.
Yeah. Exactly. If you could do that, you.
Yeah, you could really, like you wouldn't.
Yeah.
And if you book it, it doesn't mean it's good.
So this is what I mean of like shit in,
Shit out.
shit out,
Yeah,
and the shit
totally
out,
true.
and you've got these SDRs doing these SDRs, BDRs, whatever the cold outreach
Yeah.
that is completely irrelevant. And
Yeah.
it pisses me off.
It pisses
And
me off too.
So when it's an AI tool bragging about how they can help me find leads, I always respond to them saying, this is not a very good demo of your product, seeing as I'm not the right ICP.
Yeah.
And I had one guy, I won't say the name of the company, but he replied saying, oh, I'm so sorry about that. We're doing this A/B test and you ended up in the wrong list. I'm really sorry. And I'm like, but let me know if you want a demo.
That's not an excuse.
And I was just like,
fuck off.
one is not an excuse, and two,
The
I don't
the
want
bridge
a
is
demo.
burned.
I don't want the demo.
I also do think like your pool is not unlimited, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember we helped a company. We don't have as clients anymore, so I'm not gonna mention them. But and they were sending, I think it was like 13,000 emails a day or
That's
something insane,
yeah.
and it was in Denmark only.
Oh.
So I'm like. Then I was
5
like,
million
I was,
people.
I was kind of doing the math in my head. I was like, guys, aren't you gonna run out of people to email like very soon? No, I just email them again. I was like, I've gotten emails from you guys, and let me just
Believe
put it
me.
like it didn't put you high on my list of companies to trust.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Like,
so that's an example of it completely backfiring. right?
Exactly.
So shit in, shit out. The other things that we're seeing too with the zero-click search, right? Zero-click
Yeah.
search, 70% of searches right now are zero-click.
Yes.
We saw HubSpot.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Their organic traffic has dropped by nearly 80%.
Yeah, exactly.
Monday.com,
Yep.
drop of 40% in a month.
Yeah.
40. But what they did well, and this is where we come into the strategies that work, their branding is so shit hot that they still turn up in AI search.
Yes.
So their Google organic search has dropped, but it's been sort of uplifted by their really good branding. So another
Absolutely.
strategy, get your branding, get your user generated content, similar to SEO, get people talking about you, treat your customers well. The old
I think,
rules still
like,
apply.
I think that the main important part is SEO is just changing to the point where the main differentiator is just you don't get clicks anymore.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean you're not seen. It just means it doesn't work the same way.
It's a new way of
anymore.
measuring.
It's a new way of measuring. And typically, I call it the winner takes it all mentality
Mm.
a little bit as well. Because it's also what's the best project management tool? Well, if AI just comes up with one tool, you need to be the one it comes up with.
Yeah,
And that's a lot
'cause that's
tied
all
into
I'm
the
gonna
old
click on.
disciplines of SEO.
Yeah.
And then you might not click on like a Monday because it says Monday.com or whatever it says. It probably says Monday.com. But and then you might not click on that, but then you go direct traffic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So as like I think also with Monday, and I think people panic with HubSpot and Monday because like the guys are not losing revenue because of this. It might seem like that, but it's just because the whole mentality is shifting. People are still buying tools.
Yeah.
I want to bring up a really interesting point, and I want to hear your take on this, Jen.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it ties into my question I'm going to ask a little bit about, is this all a bubble? I'll get to that to just preface it.
Spoiler.
I had a really cool event last week I lost my time track here. It was 2 weeks ago
Time is
in
a flat
London
circle.
with a bunch of cool CMOs, VP, and marketing stuff. And one of the people said something I thought was quite interesting because he was working in operations in a larger B2B SaaS, 1,200, 2,000 people or something. And he said it really well because he was like, I already have a tech stack of 40 tools, 40, 50 tools or something in my tech stack across, he monitors everything, right? I don't have room for more tech. Like, I don't have room for more tech.
Yeah.
Like, and more importantly, not room is one thing because that's resources mentally and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Another part is I don't have budget for more tech. And all of these tools need budget. Like,
they're
no
not
matter
free.
what, like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's $10 or $100 or it's 5 million.
Yeah.
It's all dollars. And you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to pay for it. And it's all coming out of the same budget. And unless those tech budgets are going up, then you're telling me that your AI tool is it's not replacing HubSpot, right? Or maybe it is, but get my drift where I'm trying to
yeah.
say it's not replacing Slack. It's probably not
It's
replacing
just
Monday.
optimizing.
It's optimizing it. It's on top of it, maybe. Or maybe it's a completely different category, and that's fine. But there's not room for 13 tools per day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I think we're headed towards a big bubble with this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Am I being too
No,
harsh?
no,
or-
not at all. And that's part of what I was doing my research in, of like, because the best way to get use out of AI and value out of AI is niche, repeatable tasks.
Yeah.
So there's very little tools that can do end to end. Everything's covered, right? So you're gonna have this Frankenstein's monster of tools and hope that they're integrated and hope that they work and all of these things. And that's the struggle. And I agree with you. I think that's going to be a big problem. And when I asked ChatGPT, what do we do about this problem?
Yeah.
Because I was
Solution mode.
also trying to figure it out. It's just having like these cadences where you're meeting with people saying, what is your tool doing? What is your tool doing? The overlap, because maybe that brings me to the point of understanding the use case, because 32 tools is a lot of tools for an ops person.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And he was
of
looking at
tools.
his entire tech stack. And probably he probably didn't own them, but he was like,
The company has.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's so when we look at our use case, so there's I read a book about AI value creators. Shout out to those authors. I don't remember their names, but Google it or ChatGPT it. So it's really important that you pick the right use case. And that's the other thing. When you do a plus AI, it's like, slap an AI on this. Let's make this thing easier.
Yeah.
But actually understanding what is it that we want this AI to do. So
Yeah.
it's really good practice to write down all these repetitive tasks, these things that have patterns, because AI sees patterns and can repeat those patterns. So they have two categories. Renovate, they call it, which is essentially saving money, and innovate, which is making money. So are we looking to save money, i.e. efficiencies, or are we looking to innovate? Are we looking to predict? Are we looking to make money off of this AI? And then within that, there's sort of three different areas you can look at. So automation. So a matrix.
Yeah.
I love a matrix. So if you're looking for renovation, so saving money and automation, that can be forwarding tickets to customer success based on what's in the ticket and the right skill level, right? That's not making you more money, but it's making you more efficient. But then if you wanted to make money, it could be triggered upsell offers.
Yeah.
So when a customer has done a certain thing, it says they could probably qualify for this, bing,
Yes.
and that's how you automate a way to make money.
Gotcha.
And I think when it comes to these tools, it's really understanding the use case. Not what does this tool do? And that's coming back to your point of the branding and the standing out. Yes, the company needs to stand out, but the vendor, you have to make sure you know what the hell you want the AI to do. Are you looking to automate and make things more efficient?
Yeah.
Are you looking to innovate? Because these are different tools.
Yes.
These are different tools because you
Buying.
can't right now touch wood. Well, this will change probably in 5 months or so.
Yeah.
But right now, there's not a tool that can do it all. So you have to be super clear on what tool it does. Do a tool audit. Hey, sales, what tools are you using? Hey, maybe that actually can help us over here. Rather than sales and marketing have two different tools.
Yeah.
Is the only thing so far that I can really come up with, because you can't get a tool that does it all. And you need to have these like check-ins of like, what tools are you using? How are you using them? Are there any other use cases? But know what the hell you want the AI to do.
Yes.
Because that is why 95% of them fail.
Yes.
Because we don't know. We thought that we would make
That's
money,
what
but actually
the group of people told me as well. Like they had so many use cases, but nobody could tell them. Like they had so many. Like here's how to use. But like, how do we actually use it?
Yeah.
Like nobody could really tell. We just put AI in. Like for what? What are we doing? What are we trying
Everyone's
to achieve?
using it.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Like to do what?
To do what exactly?
To do what?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think, I mean, we're running close to time, but
Yeah.
I just want to make super clear, like the last sort of the things that I really want people to walk away with. Optimize for AI search discoverability. If you're not doing it, you're late to the party. Optimize for that. Go online to figure out how to do that.
And I think an important part, if I can just add one thing
Yeah, of
small
course.
to that, like I saw something done by Ahrefs today, and it's just like for a long time the searches within ChatGPT, like searches directly and for clicks from ChatGPT kept rising. It stabilized a bit now, and now it represents only about 1% of all search traffic.
Really?
Yeah, it's not as bad as we thought it would be. So I think my point, what it looks like, as far as I can see, is that Google's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be changing in the way that it already has changed. That you have the AI searches, the zero-click
Yeah.
searches, right? That's changed, but Google's not going anywhere. It doesn't seem like that.
And Google will adapt.
Yes, they already have adapted.
They have
and
adapted.
They're
and
adapting a
they'll
lot,
continue
right?
to adapt, right? Still optimizing for discoverability. But remember, SEO still applies, right?
Yeah.
The methodology, the schema, the FAQs, you just have to optimize it for AI search. Clean your data.
Yes.
Make sure your data is tidy and nice. Anchor your AI to a use case. Know what you want it to actually do and what the ROI would be or what good looks like. And then start thinking about moving from AI plus AI, here's our thing plus AI to AI plus. Here's the AI and here's how we're going to work with it. It's what I can find, the technology is not 100% there, but it's getting there very quickly.
Yeah.
So the quicker you can adapt to that and get that mind frame, the sort of further ahead of the game you're going to be.
Love it. Good points.
Think I'm ready for my talk?
I think you're ready for your talk. I would watch that. I wouldn't pay for it, but.
Ouch.
Ouch. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. And bye.
Speak soon. Bye.